and you're performing like you haven't in a long time. So call Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Louisville fans, Steve Rummage here. We all know the importance of making the right hire, especially when the stakes are high. In basketball and in real estate, the right leadership makes all the difference. Just because someone seems nice or they're a friend of the family doesn't mean they're the right person for the job. Hire someone with a proven track record of success, like you've heard me say for years. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are turning tough plays into big wins, ensuring your real estate experience is nothing short of a slam dunk. And in need of financing? Say no to amateur moves and go with the best. With Motto Mortgage A to Z, you're getting the MVP of treatment. No more pain, just gains. So when you're ready to make your next big play in real estate, remember, with RE/MAX Empire and Motto Mortgage A to Z, it's always a full court press towards success. They're here to assist you in scoring the perfect property and navigating the financial hoops with ease. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, and let's achieve those real estate goals with championship precision.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker, owner of RE/MAX Empire, and co-founder of Motto Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Motto Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
They don't get back. They was with the lifting steal. Here's the steal. 3-on-1. Now, oh my goodness. And you certainly are in love. Here comes Maven off the steal. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's get ready for Hard is Maven. You're about midway to the midday with Hard is Maven. And you can come in and lay back and just listen to Hard is Maven. So sit back and relax and watch Maven break it down like this.
Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Time for Middays with Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. It's an absolute beautiful day, and everybody has said the same thing this morning. A couple more weeks of this, and people will be happy. Let's hang on to this through Derby, and we'll be straight. And get these a couple of these recruiting trips with this kind of weather, and we'll land the rest of the class we need to land. Steve Rummage on vacation, Nikki V in the booth.
They want the boot. Marcus, it's just a perfect reflection. The city's getting prettier. You know, they're cleaning up the potholes. We talked about this. They're sweeping the streets.
They're cleaning up the potholes.
They're hiding the homeless people. But, you know, they're doing...
oh, no, Nikki, not today.
I'm just saying. I'm kidding.
Today.
But look, do you notice something? There isn't anything in the sky either besides an area cloud.
I have noticed that. That's the first thing I look for every morning. I'm getting on you about being a negative Nancy. First thing I do is look for trails and tic-tac-toe boards on the sky. When I don't see those, it's going to be a good day.
It is a beautiful day. Right?
Okay, how you feeling today, Nikki?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, you know, it's where it's exciting. It's a very fun, free agency.
You get a haircut or something?
I did over the weekend. Thanks for just now noticing, but I appreciate it. Nonetheless, Vintage Barbershop. Shout out to them. My girl Tyler taking care of me. But no, it's fun. I mean, good round of playoffs last night. My Rangers up 2 games to 0.
You better get all that hockey in now.
I'm just saying. No, I know. I won't talk too much about it, but no. The playoffs are in full swing. I don't know if you've seen it. There's certain things that transcend sports. There's a goalie on the Florida Panthers called Sergei Bobrovsky. He goes by Bob.
Thought you were going to talk about the border or something.
No. He goes by Bob, this goalie. Just look up his save. He had one of the greatest saves of all time last night. So, I mean, and that's what happened. This is the best time of year.
Did you just say transcend sport?
Yeah, I'm saying you don't have to be a hockey fan to be like, that was dope. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to care about who's who. Just tune in, look at this 5-second clip on YouTube, and no one's going to take your sports fan card or make fun of you or anything like that. Be secure enough in your sports masculinity to look at this hockey save and be like, wow, that was pretty cool.
That's fair.
Like, that's
NFL draft coming up.
Yep.
Roster management, and we're in the process. We're looking at rankings, and now I'm trying not to look at rankings. I'm trying to look at the games of the players. I'm trying to. Speaking of put a wall, I need to put a wall around my football team. I don't want to lose any more transfers. Happy birthday, Coach Jeff Brom. What has been Coach Brom's biggest accomplishment since he's been here?
10 wins.
Individually. Notre Dame, Nikki.
Oh, well, yeah.
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Is that like the big picture that he has, like the Dwight Goodman picture of taking the bull by the horns? He has a Notre Dame picture up in his room or something. In his
of him just, he's got the fighting Irish guy in a headlock. Yeah, maybe.
Coach Brom with the fighting Irish guy in the headlock. Make it happen. If somebody did that for me, I would post that as I would post that.
Red Rage Tailgate.
For literally, I would change my avatar, my Twitter or Instagram.
It's just Jeff Brom fighting.
Yeah, or maybe just doing the old school Jack Johnson boxing style in the same posture as
the put him up. Yeah. Right. Cowardly Lion.
Happy birthday, Jeff Brom. I bet he's happy he made the move right here. I bet he has to be one of the happiest people. Come on, Coach. I can't lose any more guys to the portal. Nikki, I got a quick question. We never really talked about it, never got into detail. I heard a couple other people kick it around. Does it bother Jeff Brom if Penny Boone ends up at Kentucky? Before you answer, let me ask this question. 8150 939 is the number. 3831 939 is the text line. First of all, would it bother you? Second of all, who would get the biggest locker room material kind of bump? Would it be Penny Boone getting ready to get back at Louisville, or would it be our defense saying that punk not only did he leave here, he went to Kentucky. It's one of those things, like sometimes I might say, you know what, if that quarterback tears us up, so be it. But I'll be damned if I let Penny Boone sniff the chip on his shoulder, or Louisville football chip on your shoulder if Penny Boone ends up at Kentucky.
Cool.
Why is Georgia even on his list? Why is Georgia on Penny Boone's list?
Maybe it's one of those things, like if they so much as express interest, you put them on there. It's one of those things. Like there's certain schools that are made. They are a made school.
Just the fancy, whatever the word, just attention.
Yeah,
that better be couch.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I'd agree with that.
Third string at Louisville talking about Georgia.
Well, see, that's it. Third string. You just said it. Like that's the deciding factor on who gets the edge in the locker room.
What, you gonna be a special teamer there?
That's what I'm. If I'm Jeff Brom, I'm saying, are you really gonna let your third string guy run all over you in the Governor's Cup?
Hating this morning. Did I just throw him? You know what? No, Marcus, that's not hating. He's Georgia. You're gonna have to be a special teams ace at Georgia.
I mean, is he? And I'm not saying that in a mean way. Like, genuinely, is he? Like, is that how they're thinking of using him? Is like some sort of player or something like that?
I just cannot have him being RB.
I mean, the dude was a baller. Like, it just happened. It looked like that he was behind guys that were balling out more here.
He not have beat out Chaney and Turner outright. You know what? I'm gonna ask Coach Braun. I'm gonna just go over and ask.
Please do, because I'm curious about it too.
I'm going to track Coach down. We live close to each other. I'm gonna track Coach down, and I'm gonna just pull up on him, and I'm gonna look him face to face, eye to eye. I'm like, Coach, in 10 words or less, you give me your evaluation. I am not worried about him scheming our offense against, providing an unfair advantage to Kentucky.
I mean, who's on his list? How many does he have it down to?
As of late, just Kentucky and the Georgia that's the last thing I saw.
Kentucky and Georgia?
Yeah.
Okay.
He must be just
Scheme in Georgia for that college football playoff
matchup
that we got coming up.
And Texas, let me ask you this: would you take him back now? After he's done this and done the visit to Kentucky, would you take him back now? Because a couple of days ago, I was surprised that if I did a text line poll, there's about 78.6% of people. That's not an actual mathematical number, but it seemed like about 78.6% of the people was actually saying I'd take him back. But maybe just a couple of days and you could take Wildcat. And I think people have probably visualized him in a uniform. And they probably made him like Benny Snell in their mind.
Yeah.
And just had him running all over us and just a little PTSD. And it's like, I don't want him.
Right. I mean, are they the same type of back, though? And I mean, it all comes down to what Kentucky's got, up front. Like the big blue wall isn't there anymore.
Texas says, hell
right?
No, he can go. His Pennick's ticket. Our third string guys start at Kentucky. Georgia recruiting director. And they had no interest.
And where the hell did that come from? It was like a UK Aiden Gaham thing.
He must have pulled the Snoop Dogg. What about people tracking Snoop Dogg's history down? He said he got a scholarship offer from like USC or something, and they went back over the records. It was like, no, we never had a Calvin Broad on our
is it like a walk-on thing
or list or anything like that. I don't know though. Like, man, those letters go out from people like mass, like, especially in a world like this. Texas says, take him back, put him on a kickoff. Hey, now, there will be, Texter, there will be no kicking team, no special teams slander. My son has fed us all well based on special teams. So
this is a pro special team show.
Oh my
100%.
This is actually the proest of all pro special teams. Yes, I would take Kenny Boone, talent, depth. No matter if he gives us both. That's pretty mature. Georgia Rep already said yesterday was the first we've heard of recruiting him. Ooh, that's a bad look, Penny. Maybe he's trying to run up that market. My Jeff Brom highlight into the Notre Dame game interview with Katie George, Jack Harlow, and Coach Brom. Good call. Good call. That has to be his highlight too. Penny ain't worth a nickel.
That's what they did there.
Saw some players committing during the winter and re-entering after school. Texter, thoughts on players committing during the winter and re-entering after spring. You know what? This is the NCAA's last chance. This is the NCAA's very last chance. If you don't make an immediate injunction on the transfer portal madness, even if the NIL, your hands are tied because technically they're just allowed to make money off their own name, image, and likeness. Now you can investigate, and if a player records a team saying we can promise you this much, and you have a direct NIL payment from a school, which is illegal, that's probably the only crackdown you can do on the NIL. But that would have to be like clandestine operation to actually, catch somebody doing something like that, or just have to be the drug dealer that uses text message.
Yeah, right.
Can you bring it out? An 8-ball?
Actually, I texted to a detective.
Yeah, at 333 Wilshire.
Yeah, I was like, come on.
Yeah. Other than that,
Principally.
NIL cannot be tampered with. But listen, the portal, the penalty list portal cannot go one more semester.
Agreed.
Cannot survive another full academic school year. The year like 2020, okay, 24, 25, can't survive another. It'll listen. Or it's either one way or the other. Everybody's automatically in the portal, and all scholarships. I mean, all scholarships are 1-year renewable. Like we do know that. You're gonna either have to take away the 1-year renewable moniker, or like I said, everybody must be in the portal, which that's ridiculous too. But yeah, it can't survive. The NCAA cannot. I have this conversation with my son once every 2 or 3 months. The direction of the NCAA, and the no penalty multiple transfer rule is no. And again, it's your last chance, NCAA, to show that you are anything, to show that you even exist.
Right.
Like, what else can you do?
I mean, it's crazy. It's almost like everyone's actually cheering for them to do something for once. Whereas, like, throughout the tenure, it's always been like, just shut up and get out of the way. This is one time when it seems like everyone is actually kind of looking to them to make a ruling, to make a decision, to do something, to just make it a little bit more less of the Wild West. And all of a sudden, I don't know if you saw this, Marcus, but Pete Thamel reported that they're giving Reggie Bush's Heisman back. What if we are...
Shut up.
Yeah. What if all of a sudden...
Did the door just open? Did the door just open?
It's I got. Let me pull up the tweet. But Pete Thamel said that they're giving the NCAA is giving Reggie Bush, unless I got.
Does that mean I'm gonna move back down? YouTuber's house is found on here. I'm trying to make sure. If you're listening on the YouTube channel,
I'll boost you up a little bit too.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure. Is it low or is it crackling? Does that mean that my scoring record is gonna drop back down some more? Gosh darn it.
So we'll see.
Am I going to start the chant of no banner, no pay?
Start hashtag the no banner movement.
Yes, because if all records are restored, Nikki, I think I'm going to lose 2 spots.
Really?
We can't have that. We cannot have that.
Well, I can text Pete Thamel and see if he can maybe.
Mitch Barhart, I need your help. I like being 13 all-time or 12 all-time scorer on the scoring list.
Who would pass you?
I believe Russ and maybe one other person. I don't know. It might be Trez or something. It might. I think it's 2.
Russ and Trez will bump you down to 15. Yeah.
I need help, Mitch. It's time for us to repair and heal all wounds. I know I said some harsh things.
We both said things we didn't mean, but anything's possible now.
Sound is cutting in and out. YouTube, like I said, I apologize at the moment. I can't fix that. Okay, so what's the final decision on the Penny Boone? I keep on wanting to say Benny Snell. Penny Boone, Texters.
I think Louisville has the better locker room discussion. I mean, I'm listening. You just tell the defense, like, literally, like, third string. You're going to let your third string guy beat you.
Someone yesterday said if a school is tampering with a player, then they have to play a buyout for the player, like the coaches. Yeah, that's another one that would have to get caught.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How would they prove that there was tampering?
It like I said, it had to be.
It'd have to just be some gross negligence that for someone to, just do something so blatantly.
Just to clarify, I think it was the Heisman Trust that was reversed. Okay, so it wasn't an NCAA thing. Okay. UK clearly tampered with Penny Boone. I don't think so. Again, the Penny Boone clip of him saying, like, what are you talking about, third string? Like, he showed that was the emotion. It was coming from pure, raw disappointment and, sound I think they were just talking about the YouTube channel, texters. Sound, like I said, sound might be a little choppy.
It is the Heisman Trust decision. Comes after Bush forfeited. Yeah. So the NCAA still firmly saying no, it looks like.
The NCAA holding firm on their principles, huh?
Dang it. I thought it was the beginning of a face turn for the NCAA. I thought they were going to become the good guys. You give back the Heisman. You raise back the banner. Yeah. You introduce some transfer portal
again. Yeah, listen,
rules. All of a sudden the NCAA isn't inept anymore.
Transfer portal legislation is the only thing that can save the NCAA in name. And here's the thing: I'm sure that the SEC right now is partnering with Nike, probably partnering with Dubai and somebody else to sponsor the Power 50. Or just going solo, going just Power 50, whatever you're gonna call it, and just go solo. Because none of these athletic directors or presidents are gonna okay, they're not gonna risk losing their athletic department budgets and advertising off of penalties that are handed out. I don't want to say willy-nilly, but just selective enforcement. Selective enforcement of the NCAA. No ADs of any Power 5 schools are going to sit back and just let that go like that anymore. The Penny Boone situation, like, dude, you can't show up on campus for a couple of days and then leave.
Yeah,
you kidding me? You just go test out your skills at spring breaks or spring semester. What did they say? Is it true they came here and lost 40 pounds or something, or lost 20 pounds?
Jeez.
Got right. Texas, have you heard that about Penny Boone? Like, he lost a whole bunch of weight here.
Like, healthy. Like,
came here, got in the lab, used our medical facilities,
and then just bounced. Like, what's because they just made that ruling about basically disabling non-competes. I wonder how that's going to play into this.
Non-competes as far as transfer portal in conference or something?
Yeah, like, I'm wondering, like, because if they got rid of that, then it's going to make it all the more harder for there to be any enforcement.
In conference non-competes, would I care about that? Marcus Maven, would you care? Would you side with the players or would you side with the coaches? In conference non-competes, because the reason that's an interesting question is because I had to ask myself one other question. 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. I need you to process this. I'm going to ask this question to listeners. Okay? I'm going to ask this question. Texters, I want your first response. Don't think about it like I'm doing. Don't tap dance. You either call that number or you text right now. You can do it's a yes or no question. You can elaborate if you want. Are you worried about what Kevin Keats is going to be able to do with Mike James and Brandon Huntley-Hatfield? It was just announced that Mike James is now a part of the NC State Wolfpack. What is your threat level of Kevin Keats with Mike James and Brandon? Who are you more afraid of? Brandon and Mike at North Carolina State or Penny Boone at Kentucky. Which makes you more uncomfortable? Mike James and Brandon, or Penny Boone at Kentucky?
That's a good one.
What say you, Nikki? What do you think like? You can either give your answer or you can give what you think okay. Texas says yes. Texas says no. No worries. Happy for both. Yes. No, don't care. No, don't care. No. NC State. Not worried at all. What do you think the masses are feeling on that one?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of them. I would say it's not going to be a.
Red State says neither. You grab that. While I explore this one. Yes, I'm concerned. It will show how good the coaching was. I will say this because I thought about it this morning. I thought that at first, but here's the thing. I went through the list and then I went the Kamari Lands and Roosevelt Wheeler, and I did that first year of all the people who transferred out. The only person that even really played out of everybody that left after his first year was Jalen Withers. L. Ellis must have been his job. Roosevelt Wheeler never played again. Kamari Lands is already transferring out. Sidney Curry. Who else? Fabio never touched the floor. So I don't know if I would just assume. And I will say this, though. Brandon, much to my dismay, got to play through every mistake on the planet. Maybe it was just jealousy or envy. And I've never seen a player ever be able to play through all their mistakes. So by the time his last 8 games where he was killing, I'm like, well, yeah. I played all the minutes of all the seasons. By the end of my second year, you should be pretty damn decent.
I should be clicking at
Mike
that point.
James played all the minutes, all the years with zero coaching. You should kind of figure it out by now. It's going to be funny. Look what Kevin Keith did. That's going to be extremely funny. Doc, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, Doc.
So one question is Tyler going to join Mike and Brandon at NC State and really have a big trip away from here?
Wait, what was the name you said?
Tyler.
Oh, Tyler. Oh, that would be a problem.
I mean, are they all going to be at the same place together, sharing a locker room and sharing the same work habits?
Yeah, that would be a problem.
But I don't see it as a problem because they can't take away anything about what our new basketball program is going to be like, what their approach is. Or at least Penny has some idea about the football program and maybe transmitting some idea to UK about what to expect. Whereas, Brandon, those guys have no idea what Louisville's going to be about strategy-wise.
Good point.
Workouts or anything, because everything's changed completely here. Total turnover in everything.
Doc, I appreciate the call. That's a good point. You damn sure ain't got any inside track on the Louisville program because it's a entirely different brand. And here's the thing. He's on his way out the door. I don't know if the Burns, the DJ was anomaly, or is he legit like that? But okay, average person. Is Kelsey better coach than Keith? Because I was going to go through the ACC rankings. And here's the thing. Like I said, I'm not dragging everybody into some existential debate on, things like that. But I'm like, Keith's on his way out the door. And
right.
Kelsey's been a rising star He's been a rising
Right.
name, especially in his college.
I'd say they're probably a lot closer than you would think, but given the fact that one made it to the Final Four and the other one got bounced in the first round. But I totally agree with you that I feel like they are a lot closer in terms of rankings than maybe someone might initially think just based on
Marcus,
the results.
You kind of hating on Keith's skills. I don't know. Maybe I am. I like Keith's. I like him. I don't love him.
Well, you also have to remember he's from the Patino tree.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, that there's a certain baseline of success that comes with typically.
A baseline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saying that that's enough to keep you around forever.
Like
but,
they're going to play hard.
right.
They're going to play hard.
There's going to be intensity.
But here's the thing. You're not going to get them to play Patino hard.
Well, no, because he's Patino.
Yeah,
there's a reason
right.
there's only one Patino.
Right.
But, I mean, they still all kind of have similar
a
baseline of traits.
I think that's a better way of saying it. Like, I'd trot my squad out there with Kelsey and I wouldn't feel outmatched.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to put it. Outmatched. Same, absolutely. Because I feel the same way.
Yeah, and he's a coaching tree guy too. Like Kelsey is a lineage.
There's a Skip Prosser.
Yeah.
I mean, he comes from a good tree as well.
Like he and Cronin, and just a family of coaching. So it's I wouldn't. I mean, you got to see what he does in the ACC. That's got to be seen. Like I said, I don't. I think Brandon and Mike are probably their biggest challenge at NC State is to survive the culture shock, right? Of going from these practices to a lot more intense practices. You survive that without getting kicked out. You might go there and be like, "What you doing?" They're like, "Whoa, it's not how we do it. I'm not used to this play."
Oh, wait a minute, I got to tuck my shirt in.
Penny Boone is on his fourth school. Wait, Maryland. Wait, I thought he was Maryland, Toledo twice. Okay, if you say Maryland, Toledo 2 years, do you count Louisville?
And he was here. He worked out. I mean,
do you count him? Has he taken a class here, a summer school class?
I don't know, but
has Penny Boone enrolled?
That's a question. If he has it on his transcript, I mean, then
if a class is on his transcript, then he counts.
Yeah. Well, I think he counts regardless. He was here and he practiced. He was out there popping pads with.
If he didn't take a class, he was just a workout dummy.
Your Mendoza line has to be 3 credit hours.
You have to have
3 credit hours.
3 credit hours. You have participate. You have to.
I don't know, man. If you went through a whole spring practice, I don't know. Which one are you leaning towards? Penny Boone, UK, Mike James, Brandon, to NC State. Because I'm leaning to Penny Boone in UK. I'm leaning that way. Because Mike and Brandon, I think, were.
I'm 100% leaning Penny Boone at UK.
Right? It's just because, I mean, as much as they, and I know that people, when I say improvement in Kenny Payne, usually people will kind of, ugh. But Brandon was the shiniest part of the shiny turd that was basketball the past season. Mike James always brought consistent effort.
Here's why I say Penny Boone.
Okay.
Because Brandon got to do things that are not beneficial to the college game. These guys got to be in these pro positions because Kenny Payne was acting like this is a professional,
right?
Organization here.
Right.
You put people out there and let them dribble the ball when they had no business dribbling in a college system. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I understood what he was trying to do, but he thought he had 3 years to turn him into pros.
Right.
You don't. Right.
Right.
So
he did make a market improvement in Brandon. Granted, yeah, he got every chance in the book, but still, he did make a market improvement from last year. He did.
Yeah.
I mean,
good for Brandon.
Right.
But it didn't convert.
No.
So in college, he's going to have to reel all of that in.
Right.
He's going to be pissed.
Oh, God, yeah.
He's going to be like, well, where's my isolation play?
Yeah, right.
Like, yeah, every play we got to go through me. What? Mike James, I'm a 2. No. Son. You're an undersized 4. What do
you mean I'm not shooting?
Yeah, all jokes aside, like I said, I just don't feel like the major threat of them doing what they were doing here
right.
is going to be instant. I think they'll be a lot more fundamentally sound. And
whereas even though Penny Boone might be the third string guy, and you can take a little bit of solace in knowing that, dang, if he's the third string guy, then what do I got at 1 and 2? I mean, he's still a guy that rushed for 1,400 yards.
I don't know. The ego of the Kentucky coach, you can grab that. The Kentucky coach's ego. It wouldn't surprise me if they just bumped Penny Boone, because he's been sitting and watching Jeff Brom one
Cody
Love Fest. Would you agree with that? What's my coach's name? SEC. I'm blanking on him right now. Kentucky.
Stoops.
Mark Stoops. Listen, Mark Stoops has been watching this Jeff Brom Love Fest for 1 year straight. Even though he won, there's still a little irritation, I would have to think, if I'm Stoops. Just an irritation about how much they love him and how much NIL they're talking about and all this crap. And he's number 1 in the portal, or he's top 5 in the portal.
Freaking came into his house and beat him, and then you lost 3 straight games in the season.
And you still love him like that? Right? So the ego of Stoops, I might just put Penny Boone as my number 1 running back just on principle. Not only am I going to beat you, I'm going to beat you with the guy I took from you, because I'm sick of watching this Love Fest a little bit. You make me sick. Let me get to the phone lines. Who we got?
Cody,
thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind, Cody?
What's up, Marcus? Happy Wednesday, bro.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, man. It's beautiful outside. I was completely unaffected when I heard Brandon and Mike committed to NC State. To me, those guys just kind of get lumped into the years I've watched of missed dunks, missed point blank layups, whining the refs. Okay, Jalen Withers already had me up to here with all the missed dunks and just jumping only 2 inches in the air. But then, just seeing Brandon go out there and play like he's got cinder blocks on his feet every night and putting up the most unimpressive 12 and 7, I was just like, okay, just y'all can go.
Clean slate. I understand what you're saying. Clean slate.
Yeah, I'm not trying to dog him. I'm just like, okay. And honestly, I don't know what I thought. Kevin Keats. I'm kind of surprised that he's dipping into this well. You would expect after the Final Four, he'd go after some more surefire things. Like, I've never been a huge fan of Mike's game. Like, he's a decent 3-point shooter, and he's strong, but he doesn't really add a ton outside of that. So I thought that I'm kind of surprised that Kevin Keats is dipping into that pool. But man, look, let's just get a fresh start. Good luck to these guys, man.
Right.
But I'm personally not very affected at where they're going, or even if they're in conference.
Are you worried about Penny Boone?
It's a little different. I mean, Jeff Brom did say what we were running all spring was pretty vanilla, so I think that he had an idea that maybe some guys would leave. So I don't know how much of the playbook Penny Boone has on us, but for the locker room, I really don't mind, especially the video response. And, I think his agent posted practice clips during spring, and I'm like, okay, I don't really want this energy around our program anyway.
Right.
So I personally, I know this is the easy answer. I genuinely don't care
for either one.
Yeah, dude. Look, here's the thing. In this era, I appreciate my dogs that stick around, especially in football, man. Like I appreciate everybody that's staying around. Like, nah, we're gonna bust our ass for our spots, and we're not just gonna shake.
Right.
So, I mean, hey, good luck to him, man. But I've never seen the dude play in person, so it is what it is. I don't have any emotional investment in the guy. So, yeah, man, no, I think we're going to be really good at both sports. So that's what I'm the most excited about.
Fair enough, Cody. I appreciate the call.
Thank you, brother. You have a good day, man.
Absolutely. Shout out to Mom's Janetta Johnson. Sent me the picture of why Boogie Cousins was a little pissy. Apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. What do we got?
Apparently, Jalen Johnson just bulldozed him a little bit and stepping on him. just going big boy on him. And said he got a little mad about that. Shout out to Jalen Johnson, still working hard. Let me get this phone call in. Anais, you're going to have to be a little quick so I can keep Nikki on schedule. Anais, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, Anais.
No, Marcus, to answer your question, be a little quick here. I just want to say that I would say I'm more affected with Brendan Huntley Hatfield and Mike James going to NC State because I wholeheartedly think those two guys are really, really talented. And our previous regime, I would say, I wouldn't really say failed those guys, but I wouldn't say they pushed into their fullest confidence, fullest strength, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. As far as Penny Boone, I mean, I know Jeff Brom, of course. Jeff Brom's been the coach for many, many years. I'm going to trust his brain cells. I mean, if you look at Maurice Turner, he had pretty good, playing time last year. You got Donald Chaney, starting running back at the ACC level. You got a top 50 running back coming in, Isaac Brown, who's a really, really fast running back. You got Keywan Brown. So I would say there's depth at the running back position. So I would just say pump the brakes. And plus, that Colorado running back, I think his name is Dylan Edwards. He's in the transfer portal. I think we've reached out to him. So I trust Jeff Brom and his brain cells. And, I wish everyone the best, of course. But I would say this is how I feel about that.
Appreciate the call. I think we're kind of split down the middle right now. More people probably are in the Cody department. Like, say, if you trust Kelsey and you trust Brom, you're probably for the most part unbothered. But I'm sure everybody will be watching from the sideline to see how everything pans out. Here's the thing: the biggest NIL conversation you're gonna have for the rest of the year coming up next. 939 The Ville.
Tech-savvy professionals delivering equipment, technology, and service for all your...
Do you want me to put it up as a Twitter poll? Okay.
High-quality office equipment, print, and IT solutions at fair and transparent pricing. That is Duplicator's commitment to you. Your tech-savvy office equipment and outsourced IT professionals can simplify your daily work process wherever you find yourself working with world-class network business machines and solutions from Rico and Savin. And that commitment continues with their commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Check out the Rico Pro Z7210 graphic print system providing superior color output. Duplicator Sales, Derby City Litho, Corporate Mailing Systems, Rico and Savin. Call them at 502-589-5555 or visit them online, duplicatorsales.net, or at their store, 831 East Broadway, Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown, Lexington, Paducah.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Louisville fans, Steve Rummage here. We all know the importance of making the right hire, especially when the stakes are high. In basketball and in real estate, the right leadership makes all the difference. Just because someone seems nice or they're a friend of the family doesn't mean they're the right person for the job. Hire someone with a proven track record of success. Like you've heard me say for years, call Josh Jarbo. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are turning tough plays into big wins, ensuring your real estate experience is nothing short of a slam dunk. And in need of financing? Say no to amateur moves and go with the best. With Motto Mortgage A to Z, you're getting the MVP of treatment. No more pain, just gains. So when you're ready to make your next big play in real estate, remember, with RE/MAX Empire and Motto Mortgage A to Z, it's always a full court press towards success. They're here to assist you in scoring the perfect property and navigating the financial hoops with ease. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, and let's achieve those real estate goals with championship precision.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker, owner of Remax Empire, and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Kentuckiana, when you want the best, Huffman has it. Home of Huffman Value Pricing, where every vehicle is determined by demand and availability, not by how long we've owned it. All backed with our 3-year maintenance plan, 110% price protection guarantee, and our 7-day like it or exchange promise. Because when you buy with us, you are buying from a dealership that's family owned and operated since 1969. Online at neilhuffman.com. Some terms and restrictions may apply. See neilhuffman.com for details. Huffman has it.
Hey, Cards fans, when you or a loved one suffer from gout, gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com, and be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Single game tickets are now on sale for the 2024 Louisville baseball season. Tickets are required for every ACC home game and matchups against Kentucky and Indiana. Single game tickets can be purchased for as low as $5 by visiting gocards.com/BSB tickets. That's gocards.com/BSB tickets. Explore all ticket options and be sure to grab your tickets today. We can't wait to see you at Jim Patterson Stadium. Go Cards!
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back, thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is a personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial Pound Law on your cell phone. That's Pound 529, offices Louisville.
It's time to electrify your excitement for NBA playoff action with BetMGM. Want to boost your odds on your next NBA playoff wager? Just log into your BetMGM account today to receive an odds boost token for playoff hoops action. Then place a wager on any NBA playoff matchup and apply your token. Just make sure to bet up to the minimum stake, odds, and legs specified on the token. If your boosted wager hits, you'll score up to 50% more winnings. At BetMGM, we're adding more excitement to every playoff showdown. Enjoy BetMGM's exclusive offers on the biggest playoff games and try betting features like Same Game Parlay Plus. Tap into postseason thrills with the king of sportsbooks. Claim your odds boost token today and turn up the heat at BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Kentucky only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as unrestricted funds. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And though I generally talk about medicine and effective treatments for erectile dysfunction and other men's sexual health issues, today Today, I want to talk about love, because love is the best reason to get treated for your ED. You see, ED can cause major relationship issues. In fact, men often push their partners away when ED becomes a problem. The condition can cause depression, arguments, breakups, and even contribute to divorce. But the good news is that if you're like most men suffering with ED, you can be successfully treated at Tri-State Men's Health and put a stop to the relationship stresses that ED can cause. I say this with all confidence because we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. Surely, it's likely you'll find you're performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and get the love back in your life. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
This is Jamie Valvano with the Kentuckiana Friends of V. Have you ever wanted to be on the pitch at Lynn Family Stadium? Join us May 12th for Argo Bocce and Cars for a Cause. That's right, on the actual pitch. Never played bocce? Don't know how? Don't worry, we'll teach you the day of. It's a game for all ages and abilities. Make sure to take time and visit the Classic Car Show taking place as well. Hundreds of beautiful cars shining bright. Opportunities to register your team of 4, or for more information on this unique event, visit kfov.org. Together, we fight cancer.
This is Dan McConnell, head baseball coach at University of Louisville. You're listening to the home of Cardinal Baseball on 93.9 The Ville.
Too. Or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split, like the one we use here at the 93.9 Studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222. Or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Want to take a second to give a shout out. Pops Enoch joining us from the YouTube channel, checking everybody out and just stopping back in. I wonder if Pops Enoch and Stephen and I are going to settle down here one day. Well, I tell you, athletes do not leave this place.
Great town, man.
I don't know how he escaped getting out of here. I don't know. Pops Enoch strike me as he needs a little faster pace than Louisville could give him sometimes. But I feel him on that. Wait a minute. Bocce? On the actual pitch?
Oh, yeah, baby.
How did y'all pull it off?
It took a lot, but we did. Yeah, it's Mother's Day, Lynn Family Stadium, pitch in against cancer. We got a car show too going on, like 200, at least 200
cars on the pitch too.
No. Just they're going to be in the purple lot right there, at Lynn Family Stadium. So we got that going. We're going to be playing bocce on the pitch. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Don't tear up the Lynn Family Stadium.
Oh, we are. They've given us carte blanche. They've given us carte blanche to do it because
messed it up for everybody.
No, because they're tearing it up. They're tearing up the field anyway.
Oh,
so they were like, "Yeah, go ahead, do whatever you got to do because we're pulling the field up anyway right after this." So.
Okay, that's
yeah. So it's awesome. So yeah, so it's So we get to help mess up the field. But no, we're going to do that. It's going to be it's $800 a team, but I mean it is awesome. You're playing at Lynn Family Stadium. You're on the Jumbotron. Matzo Pie, our food sponsor today, is providing lunch.
Awesome.
We have all the concession stands opened as well. Car show. I mean, it's going to be a really fun event. It's Mother's Day. It's right in the middle of the day, so you got time for brunch. You got time for dinner. If you're doing something with your mom, come out and see us.
Your brother did a great job on a commercial, by the way.
Thank you. I'm taking some credit for that too because I mixed it down. And so and I helped them write the script.
You auto-tuned them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I'm taking a little credit on that as well. But thank you, I appreciate that. But no, seriously, let us know. KFOV.org. All the information's right there. If you want to get involved somehow, we'd love to have you out there, whether it be playing or as a volunteer, or you got a business that wants to do it,
Sponsor a team,
sponsor a team, you can write it off with 501c3. And we are, for charity and everything like that. So, definitely check us out, kfov.org. Email me any questions, nickv@espnlouisville.com.
Also want to send a shout out to BW3s. We'll be out there tomorrow night. We'll be doing NFL draft. So listen, if you want to just get out there and beef, if you want to wear your team apparel, usually when they throw these events at BW3s, you usually get free stuff. Now I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna actually hold them accountable if you don't get it, but they usually send all their testing out there, and BW3s like to introduce new products. So the draft day, like I said, you want to cowboy your gear up, or I'm definitely gonna be Detroiting it up.
Every time you order a beer, that's what you should have to.
That's pretty funny.
The pick is in.
Nikki, I hate that sound.
Why?
I absolutely hate that sound. Now listen, I'm going to get, good people. I'm going to get in the most important NIL conversation that you're going to have maybe this entire season. It's coming up next. But let me tell you, Nikki, people, just roll your eyes now. Roll your eyes now, get it out the way. And I know Bob Valvano somewhere really rolling his eyes at what I'm about to say. I had to sit through 4 rounds of that sound, praying to the sports gods that eventually my young child will hear his name called. So the Pavlovian response to disappointment has led to post-traumatic stress disorder. Can you imagine hearing and Jalen Tabor? You're like, damn it. You know how many Jalen's there are now? So can you imagine watching 4 rounds of a draft and hearing Jalen Richardson? You're like,
so close.
Yeah. Look, with the next pick, Jaden Reeves.
Oh, come on. Now you're just doing it on purpose.
With third round, with the 32nd pick in the third round, Jalen Ricardo Lewis. You're like, God, no. Over and over again. And then he probably got picked.
How elated were you? And how much was it elation? How much of it was relief? Because, I could totally see it being both.
Jalen getting drafted was 99.875 relief.
Yeah.
There was no elation.
You're just
I thought it was cool. Thank God. You know what? It was kind of like, thank God, not for him being a professional athlete. Like, once you get drafted, like, to me, again, this is house money. So once you get drafted, you got drafted. Period. You won.
Right.
I am an NFL draft pick. Now, if you get cut next week, you still won. You on your resume,
right.
I am an NFL draft pick.
Right.
And I thought that was the end of the story.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
That's where it ended.
Right.
The story ended. But yeah, like all this other crap that he's pulled off, like, yeah, I don't know how he did that. But again, just to hear the name, just to see your name on the television, say somebody in this draft wanted you, all the work you put in from your childhood to this moment, you actually, went to school, got it done, got drafted. And now if you work at Lowe's for the rest of your life, it's just like you're the draft pick, your former NFL, draft pick that, that was the success.
You got drafted by the Lions. No big deal.
Yeah.
You could just work that into conversations.
Yeah, you're going to have a level of confidence for the rest of your life.
Right.
Just off of, having your name being read. You're going to command just a little. You're going to be able to coach. You're going to be able to camp. You're going to be able to camp in your hometown forever. 4th round draft pick. I mean, every single summer, I'm going to be able to charge $400 a head.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
right.
just by being a draft pick. So I knew just this floor was going to be enough to keep him paid.
Right.
Keep a couple dollars in his pocket.
Yeah, right.
Okay. When we come back.
And then he did what he did.
Right. that part's another story. When we come back, we're going from that group of pros to the real group of pros in the NIL world, the new age pro in the NIL. So we'll take a quick commercial break, top of the hour. Sorry, I'm Nicky. I got you totally off guard, but you don't want to miss this next conversation. 939 The Bill.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Bill.
The sounds of spring can often be followed by the sounds of a broken air conditioner. With warmer weather ahead, don't wait for an emergency. So if you hear your AC unit making some unwanted noises, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Now when you buy a complete Train system, receive 10-year parts and labor warranty and up to a $1,000 rebate on a high-efficiency system. It's hard to stop a train, so call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every touchdown, every game, every point, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a game-winning goal in the final seconds of overtime or a shot on goal in the first period. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 18 and over only, must be physically located in Kentucky. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sumps.
Like, I'll look and see, just make sure that if I ordered 4 items, there's 4 items in the bag. And then at that point, if they screwed something up, okay, I'll deal with it. But if I paid for 4 items, I better get 4 items. Now, if you want to give me the right 4 items, great. If not, whatever. But I feel like I got my money's worth, if I got 4 items. It's weird.
Job. Hire someone with a proven track record of success. Like you've heard me say for years. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh and the team at Remax Empire are turning tough plays.
Yeah, right. No, it's so funny because, and she laughs about this, but it's amazing seeing the little battle take place every time if there is something wrong. Because Jeanette and I are both people pleasers. We both worked in the service industry, so we have tons of it. That said, I might get in trouble for this, but my girlfriend she's a Jewish girl. And by her own admission, she pays attention. So it's amazing when that happens, those two fronts come. And I'm just sitting there watching, what's going to happen this time, because just the eternal struggle of someone who is, hey, look, I paid for this. I'm entitled to it. I'm 100% in the right there, but also the people pleaser, empathizer, kind-hearted person. The two of them are, oh my God, it's amazing.
For a chance.
Dinner and a show.
Other great prizes. Taylorsville Road, Bardstown Road, 2 great locations. Play hard, look good at Big League Haircuts.
Your home.
No, in the drive, get the fuck out of the line. Get the fuck out of the line. No. Don't do it right there at the window. Get the fuck out of the line.
Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated. Will provide free.
Yeah, you know what they can do it? You know where they can do it? Out the fuck of the line.
Rating with the better.
No, totally check your bag, but get the fuck out of the line to do it.
By calling 502-219-7964 today.
Yeah.
You can give it to you.
It's oh, they fucked up.
Bye by the case. A party face. It's all drink tomorrow.
Right. Sometimes do you just intentionally, consciously be no, I want to see what happens when I get home. Like the game where it's just this drive-through was super slow. Bullshit I know was happening. Let's just fucking roll those dice and see what happens. It's time to electrify your excitement for NBA. Yeah, right. That's a good point. That's a good point.
token for playoff hoops action. Then place a wager on any NBA playoff matchup and apply your token. Just make sure to bet up to the minimum stake, odds, and legs specified on the token. If your boosted wager hits, you'll score up to 50% more winnings. At BetMGM, we're adding more excitement to every playoff showdown. Enjoy BetMGM's exclusive offers on the biggest playoff games and try betting features like Same Game Parlay Plus. Tap into postseason thrills with the king of sportsbooks. Claim your odds boost token today and turn up the heat at BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Kentucky only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as unrestricted funds. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Jamie Valvano with the Kentuckiana Friends of V. Have you ever wanted to be on the pitch at Lynn Family Stadium? Join us May 12th for our inaugural Bocce and Cars for a Cause. That's right, a bocce tournament on the actual pitch. Never played bocce? Don't know how? Don't worry, we'll teach you the day of. It's a game for all ages and abilities. Make sure to take time and visit the Classic Car Show taking place as well. Hundreds of beautiful cars shining bright. For sponsorship opportunities, to register your team of 4, or for more information on this unique event, visit kfov.org. Together, we fight cancer.
Does your business need an upgrade in cybersecurity? Odds are, if you're a small business, you do, because that's where criminals prey.
They know small businesses don't have the resources to prevent attacks. That's where our friends at Louisville Geek came in to help us. Not only did they upgrade our outdated computers, they made us safer from attacks.
Louisville Geek has been around for nearly 2 decades. They offer 24/7 support, and their online pricing calculator gives you transparent pricing.
Use who we use at ESPN Louisville. Louisville Geek. LouisvilleGeek.com.
Dewar's mowing season is here with Spring Black Friday savings at the Home Depot. Right now, you can get gas-like power with the Ryobi 40-volt push mower for just $329. With a runtime of nearly an hour, it's the perfect mower to tackle your half-acre lawn without a trip to the gas station. Just push and mow. Your grass won't wait, so buy it online and pick it up in-store to get out there sooner. Get gas-like power this spring with the Ryobi 40-volt push mower, just $329 during Spring Black Friday at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And you've heard me talk a lot about how treating low testosterone can improve your sleep, your workouts, your energy levels, and more. But today I want to talk to you about your sex drive, because low testosterone can have a significant impact on your desire for intimacy. It can even be a factor in erectile dysfunction. And if you're in a relationship or wanting to be in a relationship, a low sex drive could really be a problem. The good news is that if you're like most guys, treating your low testosterone could really change the way you feel about sex, giving you back the flame and desire that is so important when you love someone. So if you're feeling sluggish and tired, if you're not sleeping well, if your workouts aren't that great, and most of all, if your sex drive is more like a putt, make an appointment at Tri-State Men's Health and have your testosterone levels checked. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Hi, this is Louisville football coach Jeff Bra. You're listening to the home of U of L Athletics, 93.9 The Ville.
Hi, hello, and welcome back to the 1983 National Football League draft. And with the first round pick,
John Elway, Jim Kelly.
Welcome back to the draft. And with the first round pick,
Dan Marino and Bruder.
NFL draft. And with the first round pick,
Deion Sanders.
I was kind of scared. I thought Detroit was going to take him. I would have asked for so much money that I had to put me on layaway.
Welcome back to the NFL draft.
Good young players with the draft's all about. Year in and year out.
Welcome back to the draft.
Wide receivers, running back, tackle, quarterback. Every year in the draft, there has been a trade. Ricky Williams.
John Dolphins on a shady Saturday.
Welcome back to the draft.
Defensive line, wide receiver, running back, tackle, quarterback. It's all I get into that.
Wow. Looks like you're wearing your signing bonus.
Almost sale.
Welcome back to the NFL draft. And with the first round pick,
Eric Dickerson.
Reggie Bush. Welcome back to the draft. And with the
Prime time
pick, Keyshawn Johnson.
Well, be ready.
And with the first round pick,
I'm a pick.
No,
I'm a
like good. I want to hear this.
first round pick.
You can't have Austin Reed going to expect me to just keep going. Welcome back. Welcome back to Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Before we go any further, let me give a huge shout out and special thanks to one of the newest members of the team. That would be Kentuckiana Pump Sales. For every home, building, business, or municipality that all rely on the movement these pumps provide. The moment you need a water or sewage pump, you should be thinking Kentuckiana Pump Sales. They're like our first responders or essential personnel. Over 36 years of experience, best service, fairest possible price. And it's right over in Jeffersonville, Indiana. People, go see Harold or go see Mark. They will find out exactly what you need. Utility, sump, affluent, grinder, sewage, anything you need. 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, of course. Or you can give them a call, 812-725-9217, or simply visit KentuckianaPumps.com during the commercial break. During the commercial break, quick conversation between myself and Nick Valvano. He is not a drive-through bag checker, nor am I. Move out the line.
We like to live dangerously.
Go, listen, it's just a surprise bag. I'll just check the surprise bag. I'll take a whiff. I don't like onions. I don't like lettuce. If I smell it on my food, I'll just say, that's what we're eating today. We're eating an onion burger or whatever they got. Yeah,
We're expanding our horizons.
Listen. If I don't have a girlfriend, I'm definitely not gonna ever see corrected meals. A woman is the only person going to correct a meal around me.
The only time I ever had to like correct a meal, and I felt like a tool bag doing it, but I was on Vitality, and I had such a strict diet thing. Yes. I was like, guys, I'm going to throw off if I don't get this steak plain. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Like I almost was like, you can charge me for it. Just please bring me one that isn't going to mess up
a clean steak.
Yeah. Like I can't have like, oil.
When was the last time that I didn't accept an order? It would have to be.
I found some bugs in my food once, and that was just sort of like, hey.
You said bugs plural, Nikki.
Yeah,
you did not find multiple bugs in your food.
No, but I remember distinctly one time. I bit a piece of pizza.
Were you in Bangladesh? You did not find bugs in your food, multiple bugs. That's not true.
I did find a piece of a giant like horsefly.
Okay.
Was cooked into the pizza.
I could see that happening.
Like, I bit the pizza and I looked down and I said, that's a weird shape pepperoni. That's a fly.
I've seen a fly land in my drink before. So.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. They get everywhere.
That's a cookout.
Yeah. It's
part of the I don't. Yeah, I don't check bags and drive through. You get what you get. Okay. So from one group of pros to another group of pros, I have a question. 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. A lot of conversation as we're watching the transfer portal, as we're watching. Again, there's probably about 10 confirmed, real true confirmed numbers about what players are getting. A big part of me thinks it's about 80% exaggeration on what these players are saying they're getting, what they're asking for in the NIL market. They've been trying to sensationalize and turn these NIL deals into $1 million deals from the very beginning. And it's basically confirmation bias. From the moment NIL got approved, there's a certain group of people who had just the sky is falling and they won't acknowledge anything responsible about NIL, anything productive about NIL, to everybody that just knew it was going to turn into pro sports, and they just looking for the highest number possible to like I said, to just to just do the confirmation thing. So we're hearing a number as of late. Word is on the street, around the campfire, however you want to say it, that Jaden Quaintance, his number is $1.5 to $2 million. And allegedly, Kentucky has dropped out of the race, and Arkansas has dropped out of the race. Two-part question to the Louisville fan. If it's true, and you got this bag, this $4 million plus bag, Jaden Quaintance, let's say he's the number 6 player in the country. Does the average Louisville fan sign off on the Jaden Quaintance $1.2 to $1.5 to $2 million bag for that player? You think so, Nikki?
I think so.
Texters, do you sign off on the Jaden Quaintance bag? If you do sign off, give me the number. Because some people say, give him what he wants. Some people say, I'll do $1 million too, but I'm not going 1.5 plus. Where do you, but you think most people will say, give him the bag. First texter says, hell no. Next texter, okay, let's see that.
Steve.
He's 16 years old. He ain't worth 1.2. Next season. The texter says, yes, get him. Drop the bag. Exclamation, exclamation. Who do we got online?
We got Steve.
Steve, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, Steve.
I'm a huge U of L fan, but absolutely not, because I just think it takes too much of our stash away. And unless the money can be raised separately outside of the money that we already have, I just can't see it. The kid's only 16 years old. You don't know what's going to happen in the next 2 years. So I'm absolutely to it. I think that's just way too much money, and for us to be involved in.
What about if you could guarantee $1 million per year? So he gets a $2 million, but he's guaranteed to stay 2 years.
That's so much more than any other of our athletes are getting. I just and Jeff Walls was on this morning with Diener and talking about, what they're struggling with to get $30,000 or $40,000 per player or whatever the figure was he mentioned, and it's just way too much. I don't think let Arkansas have him, or not Arkansas, but let Memphis have him. Let Memphis have him, because it's just going to take too much of our stash away, and I'm against it, unfortunately. But that's just the way it is. Unless now if somebody steps up, wants to drop it, then maybe. But overall, I think it's a bad precedent for us.
Well, sensible, Steve. I do appreciate it.
Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate. Hey, I love your show, buddy.
I appreciate the call.
Yes, sir.
That was sensible, Steve. That said that's just too much.
I don't disagree.
I could hear in Steve's breath. Just look, I want players, but that's just too much. I can't.
Yeah. Well, this is the question. Ed just called and wanted me to ask you: is this for a year, or is this 1.5 a year? Is that what the estimations are?
Let's negotiate with our estimations. Because here's the thing: if you would do it one per year, you can say that. If you just say 1 million, no, you get nothing. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You get nothing.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. Yeah. Listen. What's my name? Pete. What is Blue Chips? Nick Nolte. Coach Pete something. Texas, give it to me. Coach Pete something. Get the hell out of my office. Who am I thinking of? What's Coach's name in Blue Chips?
Nick Nolte.
Yes, Nick Nolte. What's his name?
I know. I can't think of his name.
Coach Pete something.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
It's not Pete Carroll. I don't know what it is. Who do I got up next?
Lawrence.
Lawrence, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, Lawrence.
Marcus, with that much money, he better average 30 points a game. he better win ACC Player of the Year and win College Player of the Year. Because if he don't do all that, that's a waste of money. So if he wants that much money, I ain't paying that. Ain't nobody paying that amount. Because you better have a Carmelo Anthony type of year and dominate college basketball. If he can't, then why spend that much money on a guy who just gonna stay 1 year? So no, I ain't giving him that much money. I pass on that.
For 1 year, where would you draw the line, Lawrence?
I'll draw like I said, Marcus. If he ain't going out there and putting up 30 points, then that's a waste of money. If he ain't going out there and dominating the ACC next year, that's a waste of money. If he ain't winning College Player of the Year, that's a waste of money. Because he's sounding like he's going to be the best player ever in the history of basketball right now. And if that's the case, then I'm past because you have not proven yourself at all. Yeah, you dominate the high school rank, but college basketball is a different animal. You know that, Marcus. So I'm just saying, Marcus, like he better off going to the G League if he think he's that great.
Lawrence, I appreciate the call. Listen, I want to hear some other opinions before I give my number. I have a number in my mind. I have a number. And who do I got up next? Who should I take?
Paul.
Paul, thanks for joining us. Pete Bell, thank you, Texas. Paul, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, Paul.
Good afternoon. First of all, I just want to say morning.
Morning.
That's too much. That's too much. We got to have salary caps. We need salary caps, period. I mean, this is becoming a pro league. Like you said, I think I called in yesterday into that. It's got to be treated like a pro league. You need salary cap. You need, deadlines and closer deadlines for, player transfers. You need, agency rules. They just need to start looking at it like it's purely a pro sport.
What worries you the most? Is it the motivation after they get paid, or is it just, or are you afraid of colleges just getting priced out, or like which is your biggest concern to it makes you say a cap?
That's my biggest problem is colleges get priced out. We pay this kid $1.5 million, and he's not the next LeBron James. The next good player that comes in says, "Hey, he played Clinton's 1.5. I'm twice as good as him. I'm gonna need 3." It's just gonna get outrageous. You got to put caps on it. You got to say, okay, schools, you can pay any player you want, as much money as you want, but no individual school can pay more than X number of dollars per year for kids. Now, you're not controlling the kids at that point, but you're controlling the schools.
Yeah, listen, Paul, I appreciate the call. Listen, that's because that's the question. The question is, are you more worried about the schools getting priced out, or are you worried about the motivation or the risk of losing motivation out of a particular kid? Because again, families, individuals, lifestyle, student, it all goes into one big jambalaya of potential problems versus potential solutions and what's fair and what's right and wrong. Kevin, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, Kevin.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to call in and say I feel the opposite as most everybody calling in here. We've been booty for the last I don't know how many years, and this is just the way it is. We got money, we got it raised. Let's go out and get these dudes. Let's win. We got Pat Kelsey. If Pat Kelsey believes in Quayton's, I believe in him. That's our coach. If he wants them, put the money in his hand and let's get some W's.
Listen, Kevin, I appreciate the call. Say Kevin's firmly in the you can't take it with you school of thought. Hey, it's just money. Who cares? Roger, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, Roger.
Hey, thanks. Hey, my first thought on that was, could you imagine if this was if DJ Wagner was coming out this year and he was going to get $1 million plus and then had the year like he had last year? I mean, somebody's going to pay all his money, and it could be a bust. So I don't want to pay all that money unless Kelsey knows that this kid is going to be the be all end all. No,
let me ask you this: if you could be guaranteed a Sweet 16, would you pay it?
I don't know. Not unless I know that he's the reason for it. No, I mean I believe Kelsey is going to be successful with players that are not going to ruin the locker room too. Because one guy's going to make all that money, and everybody else is going to be looking at him like, "Yeah, I'm going to throw you the ball." No, bro.
No.
But, anyway, that was just my thought. It could be a big bust. for a high school kid coming to college. Like I say, DJ was the end-all, be-all last year, and look what kind of year he had. Of course, look who was coaching him, but still.
Roger, listen, I appreciate the call.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of opinions all over the board. I do enjoy that. Because like I said, there is potential buzz, but there is, kind of some flexing, and it does send a message to college. What if you're doing some realigning? What if you are about to change your Power 50 and people know that you don't mind spending the money to make sure your program is up to par or ahead of the curve? We're going to go to Ryan. Thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, Ryan.
1.5 million is a no for me. Simple enough. Look at the Final Four rosters or the starting lineups. How many freshmen started in it? I don't think it gets any more simple than that.
Mm-hmm.
Spend the money, go get you some old guys, and let's do this thing.
What's the max number you take for a player?
For Clayton's or any player?
Any player or either one.
I can do $1 million for the right player, but not a 16-year-old freshman. Clayton's, I'll go 500,000.
Good number. I appreciate the call. Just say
500,000. I mean, you like I said, look at the Final Four starting lineups. You got NC State that started 3 grad transfers, 2 grad transfers, and 2 other seniors on that starting lineup. I think the ship's going the other way.
Right. I appreciate the call. Ryan says 500,000 on the freshman. Boy, this is not monopoly money we're talking about, people.
Yeah.
500,000 is still a lot of money to be paying on potential
for a 16-year-old kid. Yeah.
For anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody.
But I added the 16-year-old kid thing because he's like, Doc brought up a good point. Do you think Kansas people would have said Hunter Dickinson was worth $1 million?
Is that what is that the number they saying?
That was the number that was thrown around.
I can't see the top. Who do we got up here?
Bob,
thanks for joining us on 93.9. Bob, fire away.
Well, hey guys, do we know that? Because what I read yesterday from I think Joe Tipton or the other basketball guy.
Yes, one of those guys.
They said that Louisville dropped a bag in capital letters of money on this Quaintance kid, and it's they're waiting for Memphis, I think, to come back. I don't know if that's true or not, but $1.5 million. Unlike the last guy that you talked to, go get a veteran, an older guy, and $1.5 million for a 16-year-old kid. I don't care if he's LeBron James. That's just this NIL is crazy stuff. I'd go get an older dude because you don't even know. I mean, this guy's got 2 years. He's a freshman. He's 16 years old. Is he going to be worth that amount of money? I just think this whole thing is crazy. But that's my take on it.
Listen, I appreciate the call. By the way, we do have a back channel chime in from one Jalen Reeves Maben.
Hey.
So I text him during the break. I says, were you more happy or relieved when you got drafted? Simple answer, relieved.
There you go.
One former player chimes in. Former player. Hell to the no. I'm willing to compromise based with incentives to make more. Maybe a conference player of the year. I mean, of course you can't technically do that with the rules, but I get the point of I try to hide escalators in there some kind of way.
Right.
But here's the thing. Actually, do I need to take one more call?
Yeah, Steve.
Steve, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, Steve.
Okay, Mark and Steve. So let's just say you give him the 1.5 or 2 million, and Terrence Williams, the kid from James Madison.
Yep.
He comes in and just dominates him in practice and dominates him on game day. What do you do then? See? I mean, then you got to say, well, we got to pay him $3 million. Man.
So you just,
I mean, and it's a good possibility that that's going to happen too, because that kid's a player. I know JQ's a player too, but the other guy is pretty good himself.
Right. No, listen, here's the thing, Steve. I appreciate the call yet again.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not here to argue with you, but I am here to say $500,000 is a ton of money. If I can't split up $500,000 between about 4 dudes, right? 4 dudes splitting up. We're talking $115 a piece. This is why I get a coach. This is why you buy a coach. This is why you hire a coach. I'm not giving anybody over $200,000 to have my college team. And my $200,000 guy better be about as can't miss. Listen, he has to have at least 3 years in college, at least 2 dominant years in college before we even think about going 6. If I got a coach, I'm not going to pay him $200,000. Listen, if I have a squad and 7'1" Bam Adebayo comes open, we find $200,000.
I was about to say there's exceptions, of course.
Extreme circumstances. If you're the last key, I'm not building my team around a dude that cost me $200,000 in college. Now I'll close the team with the $200,000 guy. Late portal guy. Maybe I tamper with him. Maybe I'll just, yeah. And the other thing is, keep your mouth shut. My number one rule is you don't talk NIL with your teammates. We'll provide you with counseling or whatever you need, resources. You don't talk NIL with your teammates. Because I don't need in-house negotiating teammate versus teammate. But here's the thing. Teammates get pissed at each other over preferential treatment about how often you get new shoes. If you're good, you can go in there after every game and say, hey, Johnny, I need new shoes. If you suck, Johnny's going to look at you like,
people in hell need ice water.
You don't even play.
Right.
You don't play enough to need new shoes. Get out of my face. I'm surprised Jonathan Israel didn't get beat up more as a manager. Actually, he never got beat up because everybody needed him. But you get the point. Teammates get jealous of each other for the amount of female attention they get. Can you imagine being in a locker room?
With thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Hundreds of thousands discrepancy. We all have to be within $70,000 of each other because somebody who makes $70,000 more is already into the real estate game or something. You know what I'm saying? Good credit and look, good opening credit and real estate literacy, and they'll be.
Oh, they're DJ Burns, man. They got a vending machine business.
Can you imagine the college real estate student coming in and taking off his tie and get ready to practice?
Oh man.
How pissed off would fans be if they knew that in his off time he was running his rental properties?
He's a landlord.
Oh my God. This fan base would absolutely lose. Listen.
He's renting to one of the other guys on the team. You gonna fix that water heater, man, or what?
Listen, I'm in the press conference like, yeah, my landlord needs to come fix my washing machine and dryer. And I'm working on getting somebody over there. Got to call the property manager and get everything straight with him. It's like, golly, what are we doing?
I'm not paying for July until you get the damn gas leak fixed.
Nikki, everybody has to be within $75,000 of each other.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And and again, my policy would be we can't talk. Fight Club. We can't discuss our finances because none of y'all are going to be mature enough to know what the other person's going to make.
Hell no. I'm in my 30s. I wouldn't be mature enough to handle it.
We all the people in here don't want to know what our coworkers make on endorsement deals. So kids are just going to be.
Many moons ago, I got an email I wasn't supposed to see. Let me just say
you still ain't let it go.
Hell no. Hell no. Your boy's productivity went pretty took a nosedive after that.
I tell you what, we'll reset the show. We'll bring it on home. Quick commercial break. Last commercial break. 939 The Ville. Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof.
Saw what everybody was making here. I was next. Anytime Andy texted me after that about how come you're not at work yet, I was like, you must be out your damn mind. You must be out your damn mind.
Provide free.
Oh no.
And of course they'll work with your insurance.
No.
In their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964.
Now, granted, I did not handle that the most mature way possible. That is on me. Yes. Yeah, I did not handle that well.
And in real estate, the right leadership makes all the difference. Just because someone seems nice or they're a friend of the family doesn't mean they're the right person for the job. Hire someone with a proven track record of success. Like you've heard me say for years, call Josh Jarbo. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are turning tough plays into big wins, ensuring your real estate experience is nothing short of a slam dunk. And in need of financing? Say no to amateur moves and go with the best. With Motto Mortgage A to Z, you're getting the MVP of treatment. No more pain, just gains. So when you're ready to make your next big play in real estate, remember, with RE/MAX Empire and Motto Mortgage A to Z, it's always a full court press towards success. They're here to assist you in scoring the perfect property and navigating the financial hoops with ease. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, and let's achieve those real estate goals with championship precision.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker, owner of RE/MAX Empire, and co-founder of Motto Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Motto Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. See for yourself when you sign up today and get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 18 and over only, must be physically located in Kentucky. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
What's wrong? I caught my wife in a lie. That's bad. We're fishing, right? Yeah. She catches a catfish, 4-pounder, claims it was a 7, snaps a picture, sends it to all her friends. And they bought it? Yeah. People believe her. You taught her well. Indeed, I did.
Your Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife reminds you, fishing's not about math. It's about fun.
And fudging a little if you need to.
Kentucky fishing. Be honest.
It'll make a liar out of you.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. One thing that never stops thinking about it, Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, the premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
It's time to electrify your excitement for NBA playoff action with BetMGM. Want to boost your odds on your next NBA playoff wager? Just log into your BetMGM account today to receive an odds boost token for playoff hoops action. Then place a wager on any NBA playoff matchup and apply your token. Just make sure to bet up to the minimum stake, odds, and legs specified on the token. If your boosted wager hits, you'll score up to 50% more winnings. At BetMGM, we're adding more excitement to every playoff showdown. Enjoy BetMGM's exclusive offers on the biggest playoff games and try betting features like Same Game Parlay Plus. Tap into postseason thrills with the king of sportsbooks. Claim your odds boost token today and turn up the heat at BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Kentucky only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as unrestricted funds. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Does your business need an upgrade in cybersecurity? Odds are, if you're a small business, you do, because that's where criminals prey.
They know small businesses don't have the resources to prevent attacks. That's where our friends at Louisville Geek came in to help us. Not only did they upgrade our outdated computers, they made us safer from attacks.
Louisville Geek has been around for nearly 2 decades. They offer 24/7 support, and their online pricing calculator gives you transparent pricing.
Use who we use at ESPN Louisville. Louisville Geek. LouisvilleGeek.com.
This is Jamie Valvano with the Kentuckiana Friends of V. Have you ever wanted to be on the pitch at Lynn Family Stadium? Join us May 12th for our inaugural bocce and Cars for a Cause. That's right, a bocce tournament on the actual pitch. Never played bocce? Don't know how? Don't worry, we'll teach you the day of. It's a game for all ages and abilities. Make sure to take time and visit the classic car show taking place as well. Hundreds of beautiful cars shining bright. For sponsorship opportunities, to register your team of 4, or for more information on this unique event, visit kfov.org. Together, we fight cancer.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And you've heard me talk a lot about how treating low testosterone can improve your sleep, your workouts, your energy levels, and more. But today I want to talk to you about your sex drive, because low testosterone can have a significant impact on your desire for intimacy. It can even be a factor in erectile dysfunction. And if you're in a relationship or wanting to be in a relationship, a low sex drive could really be a problem. The good news is that if you're like most guys, treating your low testosterone could really change the way you feel about sex, giving you back the flame and desire that is so important when you love someone. So if you're feeling sluggish and tired, if you're not sleeping well, if your workouts aren't that great, and most of all, if your sex drive is more like a putt, make an appointment at Tri-State Men's Health and have your testosterone levels checked. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Can't get enough ESPN Louisville? Subscribe to us on YouTube at ESPN Louisville for live watch-alongs, play-by-play breakdowns with the coach, behind-the-scenes action in the bullpen, and more.
Fence is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course, they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today. Also, huge shout out to one of our day one partners, business sponsors, partners, all that good stuff. We're always in the same category. Derek A. Stewart, for all of your home buying and selling needs, all questions you need answered, take this number, 502-314-9764. 9868. Again, if you're interested in buying, you're interested in selling, renting, all these special programs, he can point you in the right direction. And that chances are he'll be able to answer any question you have. And if not, he'll help you find the answer together. So remember, Derek A. Stewart, 502-314-9868. There is the widest range of responses to this one. And here's the thing. Usually I can get a bead, okay, on there's usually some kind of line. It might be a political line, it might be an age line, it might be a delegation line, it might be some kind of line to help me identify where these opinions come from, or which groups will vote a certain way when it comes to the NIL. Nikki, I gotta say, I'm proud of the people. This is an independent thinking group. There is scared money don't make money, doesn't make any money. There is I ain't giving them damn people anything. Listen, go coach a team. You go find the hungriest, 25,000 a piece. Go get some hungry dogs and go win. There is pay whatever. You can have whatever you like. It's the widest range of options. Again, if you're just now joining the show, I kind of posed the question, where is your personal line? Are you a drop the bag, do whatever you got to do to get the wins? Do the wins come with the players? Is it worth the risk? A lot of people are bringing up the fact that you take the risk and your guy craps out and you get the DJ Wagner performance, and then next time the boosters are not as willing to shell out the same level of cash, which is also a risk, and it's what everybody's putting up with again. Or the faucet's going to run dry. The NIL faucet be a little tougher or you can move to Arkansas and get the Waltons to bankroll you, or Tyson to bankroll you.
Tyson chicken, right? Yeah. See, my thing is though, it's just my 2 cents. I'm not saying that 1.5 is too high, or that's too much.
Yeah, like market, whatever, it might be a market, it might not. Right. It might be out market.
I'm just saying that
you're not dug in.
You're right. That I do feel though that it would be good right now to see, because we're coming off $1 million match. Fundraiser
502 Circle.
So yeah, shout out 502. They hit that goal. So shout out to them for doing that. So they basically just filled their coffers with $2 million. Now, I'm not saying I want all of that to go to Jaden Quaintance by any stretch. I'm just saying that the idea of that, the fan base feeling like, no, we did that, like, would be kind of
they're going to hate his guts.
Oh no!
Whoever is the highest paid player, and if it gets leaked out, we're going to hate you.
Oh no, 100%, and they have to be prepared for that. And as a 16-year-old unproven, recruiting commodity, I mean, I know the kid's a baller from what we've seen, but he's not like you said, not a college player with 2 years of experience that balled for at least one of them. Still unproven in that regard. I'm not saying that I would give all of it to him. I'm just saying that right now it is ripe for the picking for the fans to feel like they brought somebody here.
Sorry, I was
no, you're good.
I was trying to fade your transition, fade you out, but I kept on cutting you off a little too fast.
No, you're good.
But I agree with what you're saying. And it's like Townsend for
Oakland.
Yeah. If Jaden Quaintance was on this campus right now, you went to the block with Townsend, he'd punish him.
Right.
Townsend would punish him.
I don't disagree with that.
Now, on the block. You listen, I'm not saying Quaintance wouldn't be able to get some buckets on Townsend, but he'd punish him right now. He'd go to the free throw
right
line.
now.
Right now. He'd listen. He'd Jokic him. He'd have him so frustrated. He'd be on the foul line. We saw it with our own 2 eyes. Whatever he didn't make last year, we watched him against Kentucky. We watched sub $100,000 guys with a collective goal, win a lot of games.
Right.
Here's the thing. For the crowd that says pay whatever, you can be right as well. You can be Big Daddy Warbucks. You can pay to get all the top tier guys, but I can be right too. Because like I said, I know dudes all over college. Now, if you got an eye for talent, an eye for motivation, if you have an eye for that kind of, for picking out those kind of guys, you can put together a big time Power 5 Division I roster without breaking the bank. You can have effective dudes that can punish anything under a sophomore. This kind of looks like what Kelsey's out here trying to do. But yeah, if you get to practice right now, what Townsend would do to Zane Quainance, you realize he would be like a counselor at a Nike camp. Townsend, if he went to go be a counselor at a Nike camp, with being a 5-year, 6-year college guy, he'd literally be showing them things they don't know how to do.
It's a good point.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to watch some OG 6-year seniors just punish some of these incoming kids.
You're gonna learn today.
Yeah. I know you got some upside potential, and I know you've been listening to Cal and Kenny and all these things. I'd punish you with my 6-year senior right now. Townsend, Quaintance, get out there. First 1 to 5. I'm transferring, coach. I know. As always, 8150 93.9 is always the number. 3831 93.9 is always the text line. YouTube channel is normally made for the Ville. Middays with Marcus Maven. 93.9 the Ville.